Welcome back to the Morning Crossfire. Let's take a dive into what the newspaper headlines are saying. It's 6:32 a.m. and today we are going to be taking a look at the Punch newspapers, the Vanguard newspapers, the Daily Trust, the Guardian, and the Leadership newspapers. Remember that these headlines are published by these media houses and have nothing to do with Nigeria in further. Let's get started with the Punch newspapers. On the front page, 2.7 trillion naira debt. Nigerians face blackout as gas producers cut supply to Gencos. Users stranded as Facebook, Instagram experience outage. Meta apologizes. IDPs, migrants get 2,000 hectares for farming clusters. Bayelsa NLC welcomes 80,000 naira wage for LG workers. Bank workers blame CBN as cash shortage worsens. Defamation, Abuja, Oyo courts bar further sale of Farotimi's book. RMAFC, Tinubu panel differ on VAT sharing formula. Gateway Airport, NCAA faults Ogun's claim of approval. Court jails man 1 year for $115,000 internet fraud. My son qualified to be Edo commissioner, says Oshomole. Rivers APC raises panel to probe secretariat bombing. APC searches for peace as crisis persists in 7 states. 2027, Rhodes Vivo hints at governor bid knocks Lagos spending. And that's about it on the Punch newspapers this morning. Now let's take a look at what the Vanguard is saying this morning. Varsity education in tatters. Lecturers can't fuel cars, sleep in offices to cut costs. Tax reforms bills over 50 nuisance taxes will be scrapped, says the federal government. U.S. Embassy issues new visa directive for Nigerian applicants. Dangote Refinery exports PMS to Cameroon. Death of Okwama leaders in military detention. Pandef, others demand justice. Court jails Taylor 12 years for raping woman in Purda. NYSC DG leads search for missing corps members in Rivers. Unpaid arrears, Labour issues December 15 deadline to terminal operators. 2027 polls, PDP will overcome internal crisis, says Bode George. If I'm an evil person, I won't commission any project in Wike's LGA, says Fubara. ECOWAS open to Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso's return, Tinubu tells German president. Emirship tussle, no going back on installation of Bichi district head, says Sanusi. National greed collapses again. 5 escape unhurt as plane skids off Abuja runway. Airport shut. Nigerian who wrote WAEC 17 times bags distinction from London school. Reps pass bill mandating compulsory training for convicted persons. And that's about it on the Vanguard newspapers this morning. And now let's take a quick look at the Daily Trust. On the front page, reps probe customs over smuggling brutality at borders. NNPCL uncovers 34 illegal refineries, 17 illicit pipeline connections in 1 week. There is money in poultry, but, says female farmer. The Yuletide Abuja residents shelve travel plans over transport fare. Cocoa price hits 15 million naira per ton, says CRIN boss. Our reforms are working, says Tinubu. Reps probe customs over smuggling brutality at borders. Driver of Taraba governor's mother slumps, dies after hearing governor's sister's death. Troops arrest kidnappers, rescue victims in Plateau, Kogi. Bayelsa approves 80,000 naira minimum wage for LG workers. Nigerians pay 1.5 trillion naira despite 15 trillion naira income, says Oyodele. Presidency will be ready for everyone in 2027, says Boala. Loyalists, associates vow to shut down rivers for Wike's birthday. And finally, on the Daily Trust, establish mobile courts, enforce stricter penalties for electoral offences, INEC urged. And that's about it on the Daily Trust newspapers this morning. And now moving on to The Guardian. Ahead of 2027, future of opposition uncertain as politicians begin realignment. Power sector crisis, Genco's unpaid invoices hit 1.4 trillion naira amid 12th grid collapse. Concerns as Nigeria incurs $400 million war risk insurance premium. Despite security blockage, Sanusi vows to install new district head of Bichi. Tinubu will seek re-election. Opposition can't stop him, says Boala. FG to borrow $500 million from World Bank for Hope projects. Blame Buhari for Yorubanization of Tinubu's government, Ezekome says. Political stability, security, top agenda at ECOWAS meeting. Dangote Refinery exports PMS to Cameroon, partners Neptune Oil. Yuletide, NMDPRA warns petroleum marketers against hoarding. FAN reopens Abuja Airport runway after Allied cargo incident. NSCDC parades suspects over visa racketeering, fraud, others in Lagos. About 2.2 billion malaria cases, 12.7 million deaths averted globally since 2000. Omoagege decries alleged underdevelopment of Delta despite huge allocation and IGR. Lori Ogbebo alleges revocation of late husband's FCT property. How electricity consumers can get reprieve for injustices and complaints. These and many more stories you'd find on the Guardian newspapers this morning. A final stop is the leadership on the front page. Disquiet in NCAA over appointment of substantive DG. Nigeria's oil output rises to 1.69 mbpd, highest in 44 months. Zamfara youths urge Tinubu to consider Dan Fulani. Group commends Senate over successful burial of wires. British American University rewards Nigerian entrepreneurs. CEO's Network Gala now holds at Aso Rock, December 21. Despite political cracks, we are one, Tinubu tells Nigerians. And that's about it on the leadership newspapers this morning. Time to get to your reactions. The numbers you can call are 0700 951 0000 or 0809 597 4869. On WhatsApp, it's 08099930137. Remember, we're streaming live on Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja, as well as on YouTube at Nigeria Info Abuja. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. You're welcome. What's your name?
Charles speaking from Osetu.
Go ahead, Charles.
What do they call it? That was kidnapped in River State, NYC. I think I've seen that program. It's the essence of unification that the government is doing is not actually working. Last month, there was a lady that was brutalized in Kwara. If you ask those who go for this NYC program, many communities are really hostile to some. The children of Eli cannot go to the rural area. They only end up in Abuja and Lagos, the major cities. And the truth of the matter, many of them are at the risk of being kidnapped. So, somebody will live like Kano and go to Bayelsa, a place he does not have any knowledge about how people behave and all that. And look at the political and ethnic tension. Yes, people's children are put under the risk, all in the name of serving fatherland. My child, if that is the only, even if that will give them the certificate for that school, they should hold it. I won't risk any of my child for NYC. Because he does not really want it. If you see the experiences of those who complain, the places they are posted, the treatment, many of them are even kept like animals.
All right.
Yes, they come here and take fun. We're watching them.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Angel Gabriel.
Good morning.
Yeah, I remember Mustafa Bakar I'm calling from PW Kubwa.
Go ahead.
I want to seize this opportunity to congratulate Dangote for exporting its first refined product to Cameroon. Hopefully, Ghana, Togo, and other West African brothers will follow. That is the best thing, the best news I've heard. Dangote, go out there and make more money, clean money. Since we don't value what we have, outsiders value it, and they'll make a maximum use of it. National grid collapse again. Ha! Angel Gabriel, when are we going to stop this cycle? When are we going to stop it? And voila, don't start work. First wage up must work now. Thank you very much for the wonderful opportunity.
All right. Thank you very much for calling as well. Good morning.
Princess.
Good morning.
It's Obasanjo calling you from Amali, Niger State.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
How many billion naira on NEPA, the power grid, collapse again? No be small thing, no. Nigerians is a shameful stuff. The government is a shameful stuff for all Nigerians to be listening to all this every day. Mr. President, Nigerians are not happy. I'm telling you. Nigerians are not happy. Nigerians are angry. But if you don't adjust this, 2027, you will see in the ballot. What happened in Ghana, it will happen in Nigeria. Don't take Nigerian for granted. I'm telling you, the government has failed completely. Daniel Bwala, what do you want to say? What do you want to tell? Even a village man knew you. So these are the Judas in their times. If Daniel Bwala, we have everything. Daniel Bwala, no worry. We will help you campaign.
All right, then.
Okay? We will help you campaign in 2027.
All
we
right.
have everything documented.
All
we will
right.
help you campaign. What you said is what you will say. Again,
All right.
thank you.
All right. Thank you for calling. Good morning.
Beautiful. How are you? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. My name is Mrs. Somesa. So you reported that some people are sleeping in various offices because they cannot return home.
Lecturers.
Because of lecturers.
Mm.
So these are people that are supposed to inculcate certain things on the students. Now they are sleeping. I reported that people are sleeping in the offices. And I think Sadasi confirmed it. And so many people were telling me, just go let me not call the name of those places so that their organs will not drive them. And it's not just our male counterpart, even female. They will leave on Monday and come back on Friday. It's as bad as that. Finally, I want to appeal to employers. Please, pay your workers before Christmas so that they'll be able to celebrate this year Christmas. And if it is possible to give 13 months or you give them bonus, do it. Serve God in another way. Don't look at the profit. You know why?
Tell me.
I can't believe it. I have some friends. They go buy small chicken, say they want bread for Christmas. How many days to Christmas? It's as bad as I can't feel for. No, it's what people like. They want to celebrate. Don't deprive them. Let me appeal again. I'm not appealing to just federal government because I know that the federal government before 25th they are going to pay. No doubt about it. But I'm just appealing to employers everywhere. I beg. Pay your workers. It's their entitlement, but pay them early so that they'll be able to celebrate because times are hard. Are you going to deprive them from celebrating? No. Auntie, if to say na lead we do, people they suffer. You are working as if you are not working. I'm not thinking of people that are underemployed, people that are not working at all. But the business people are the ones enjoying this government.
They are? The business people are enjoying?
Yes. If I buy a bale of okrika, 1.2 million, Dole, I must get something on it. Do you know that OK gown was sold 15,000 in my very before? Some days ago, 15,000 naira.
Wow.
Yes. So they will have small profit. But workers, it gets be. I beg. I need them beg. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mrs. Amazor, for calling. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Gabriella.
Good morning.
God bless you. God bless Nigeria. I greet to my elder brother, Obasa Somalia, and the Amado Sulasi, and the Abba from Galada, and the Omata from Galadima. This is your lovely brother from National Party of Nigeria. I live in Kuba Federal, Manaruna. Daniel Bulama said they're ready for everybody. Nigeria are not ready for them, and God's ready for them. The service of God, because mercies of God are suffering under this regime, led by Ame Bolatino. So it's not approach to us, you have to God, because I can leader that people that you want to power and they didn't do anything for the followers, and now they are choosing them. They are ready for anybody. Now God is ready for them. I go grace.
All right.
Because all those people are calling God. God help us, and one day God will help us because but your market will not come back. So we are telling them they should pack their load because God will give them from top to down. By the of God, APC come to power because they are said awfully.
All right, then.
People are dying every day. Thank you,
All right. All right, let's take some comments on socials on Facebook. Good morning to you, Anthony Emenogu, watching live from Mina, Niger State. Thank you for streaming on Facebook. Good morning as well to you, Joel Choji. Thank you for joining us as well. On Facebook, Okwando Obina says, Bola Tinubu should know that there is God threatening Nigerians with re-election amidst the bad leadership, suffering and hunger unleashed on Nigerians with draconian policies is very unfortunate and unacceptable. The president should consider leaving the stage now that the ovation looks high. And it says, Moazu John Lasisi from Buhari says, U.S. reviews visa. One day we will begin to send people back. All right, let's move over now to our YouTube platform. Good morning to you, James Ahmed. Thank you for watching us live on YouTube. Good morning as well to you, Godwin, Annie, Hafsat, Moazu. Thank you for watching live. Zakariau Abdullahi watching live from Imo State. Good morning. Thank you for joining the stream. Chinonso Akujene says, good morning. My name is Chinonso, watching from Enugu. APC searching for peace. Can you give Nigerians war and expect peace? What goes around comes around. Pontim Binven says, good morning. Why should the president remove the person who is in charge of the national grid? It's too much, he says. And Hafsat Moazi says the collapse of the national grid is a failure to the electricity sector. All right, let's move on now to WhatsApp. We've got some comments on here as well. Victor from Kubwa says, where I work, we have been paid 13th month salary. Really?
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Find amazing treats for
This is Nigeria Info.